Hi everyone, welcome to this discussion. So in this discussion, we will try to understand what the industry needs, specifically the service industry. So when it comes to improvements, all that, right? So we are talking. So the scope of this discussion is going to be in service industry. Okay, where it is now and what to learn, right? So these are the two things that we are going to discuss actually. So again, let me do a specific scoping. So this entire thing I'm going to scope um, with respect to transformation. Okay, so that's what I'm going to scope it to actually. So basically we will be discussing about service industry per se, and we are going to understand where it is now and what to learn basically, and this is very specific to transformation. So so let me move out from this thing. Okay, so basically you might have heard about many courses that's available in the market nowadays. So broadly speaking, with respect to transformation, we have courses specific to Lean Six Sigma, right? And we have something called as RPA, and we have something called as data science, right? So that's where broadly these courses are there. So under data science, maybe we have data visualization like using Tableau or Power BI, whatever, and then we have something called as machine learning, AI kind of things, right? So likewise, so these are the two broad categories so that we are having actually. So so for a transformation per se, so these are the oft used tools, and then we have certain platforms available in the market, which we'll be discussing later actually, right? So platforms like Celonis, right? So likewise, then we have certain platforms, um, something like Salesforce. Like so, likewise, we have a lot of platforms available for transformation also. So, but where to start basically, right? So before we embark on a discussion on where to start, first of all, let's understand where the industry is, right? What the industry needs. So when it comes to transformation as per se, so transformation will have two broad categories. One is transformation has got two broad categories. One is um, improvements, and another is maintenance, right? So maintain. So these are the two aspects with respect to transformation. So currently the industry is slowly, I mean, it's more focusing on improvements, and less amount of time is spent on maintenance. But still, so improvement gains the forefront priority, actually, I would say. So for improvement, previously what was used and now what is being used. So previously for improvement to how it is done, and now how it is done. So previously we had Lean Six Sigma being used for improving process. Then we had um, yeah, so Lean Six Sigma was used as a process, and then we are talking about uh, technology was used, like API based programming, right? Like, so when it comes to technology, API based programming is something like where many platforms are there. So basically, uh, people were trying to integrate them together to do the data transfer and to do the data crunching, all those things actually, right? So likewise, a lot of things were there, and then we had a separate function called as quality assurance. A separate function was there actually. So now These were available as separate entities before, right? Previously. So when I say previously, some 4 or 5 years back. So now how the industry has become is the industry has come out with a kind of a tag name called as digital transformation, right? So that's where the industry is, right? So now it is an integrated approach. The approach is where focus on process, people, and technology, right? So this is where the industry has moved already. Okay, this is not the latest. This is the current industry trend. Okay, so under digital transformation, what is that I'm having, right? So under digital transformation, what is that I'm doing? Transformation, the oft repeated, oft used tools are, we have API still again used, then we have RPA, this is robotic process automation, then we have cognitive automations. So basically using machine learning integrated automations, and then we are talking about analytics, like predictive analytics or predictive modeling. This is the thing, and so all of these things are being built upon an existing layer actually, right? So existing layer of things, right? So many people have understood right now, like I mean, API programming is important. When I say API programming, application programming interface, where two applications, in order to make them talk to with each other, we have to integrate. So, but for everything, we don't need API. So that's what people have realized. So that's the reason. So something called as RPA is there, where RPA will be a kind of layer on top of the platform. So and then from on multiple platforms, it can integrate and it can take the data, provide you the relevant reports, all those things actually, right? Okay, so this is where the digital transformation is moving towards actually. Okay, so slowly in the market, something else might come in, virtual reality, likewise something else will also be there, but slowly these are the things that are the current state actually, right? Okay, so this is where the market is actually, and what's needed by the market right now actually. So I mean, when I say market, I'm talking about the industry. What is needed by the industry? So what the industry needs is basically a kind of ability, like I'm talking about the soft characteristics, not the technical characteristics. The soft characteristics or the soft skills are basically ability uh, to arrive at journey maps, right? That means how, I mean, how the work will move from point A to point B to satisfy the customer requirements, customer needs, delight them, how to earn more money, how to improve top line and bottom line, right? So everything happens here. This is what we are talking about. So journey maps. Is this something different? No, it's not something different. I mean, at least the Lean Six Sigma fraternity know what we are talking about. So when I talk about journey map, we are talking about process designs, right? So another name is process re-engineering, right? PRE, process re-engineering. So this is what we are talking about, right? So right now, the I mean, the most basic soft skill that is needed is ability to draw the journey maps, and then basis the journey map, the ability to bring in all those technologies like RPA, machine learning, cognitive automations, right, and API, all those things actually. So for a professional, what's really important is ability to understand these technical aspects at least at a higher level, so that they will know exactly where to bring in what type of improvement interventions, and basically what's more important is the soft skills, the soft characteristics, right? Soft skills, which is nothing but your journey map drawing, right? That's most important. So journey map will help you. So that is nothing but more of a designing aspect actually. So in order to have a better hold on creating journey maps, what is that we are having right now? So is DMAC good enough? I'm talking about Lean Six Sigma, define, analyze, measure, analyze, improve, and control. Is it good enough? At least for a, I mean, I would say at a scale of 10, maybe DMAC is 3, I would say. But what's more prominent is your design for Six Sigma. If you learn design for Six Sigma very well, you don't need to learn something called as design thinking. Okay, pretty much they are similar actually. DFSS is more quantitative, okay, and the design thinking is more of a kind of qualitative aspect actually. So design for Six Sigma is most important compared to DMAC. So in design for Six Sigma, the most important thing that we can go about learning is the entire framework as such, and be very thorough with certain aspects like I mean your CTQ trees and I mean okay, so the real CTQ tree I'm talking about, and then Kano model, the real Kano model, which we really overlook during the DMAC study, right? So, but these are all most important actually. So Kano model, and we need the FMEA part of it, the real FMEA, right? So that's most important actually. And and 1 minute. So next one, the most foremost important thing is your QFD, quality function deployment, right? Because this quality function deployment helps you understand how to prioritize your customer requirements into technical requirements, and further how to bring in those technical requirements into your functional requirements, right? So that levels of house of quality we have to learn in depth actually. If you learn this in depth, then your mapping becomes much better. So it's already there. I mean, nothing new has come in the market, just that the markets are trying to reinvent themselves, redesign themselves. So I mean, so my humble suggestion to the Six Sigma fraternity is, instead of going for more of DMAC, you go for DFSS, where the creamy layer get the jobs actually. The most creamy layer, the most best get to do this journey mapping actually. So if you are the best, then start doing all these things better, right? Okay, so now having said that, that means the amount of journey needs uh, as uh, as satisfied by DFSS will be, I would say, at least 7 out of 10 actually. But apart from, but however, for DMAC, what specific needs it's having in the market actually, at least in the industry, I would say. The specific needs is learn about measure phase really well, measure phase with respect to your data collection, sampling methodology, right? Sampling methodologies, data cleaning, right? So data cleaning, right? Data, when I say data collection, basically what variables to include in the data set, what to ignore. So those in-depth thing needs to be there. So if you are really good in data aspect of it, then you can, then that forms a very good foundation for your data science like machine learning, all those things, right? Machine learning, all that. So where, I mean, when it comes to process mapping, process mapping, of course, yes, right now it is there, but we have good tools that have come in the market. So one of the tools is Celonis, and even UiPath also has come out with certain process mining tools, which automatically, on installation, it automatically identifies how the process flows through, and it draws a kind of summary map and gives you different variations. That we take, and it also gives a great amount of quantitative analysis, right? So those things are there. So that means slowly the most important job that's dying in the market is the analyst role. Actually, remember that analyst role is dying in the market, because most of the work that is done by performed by an analyst is performed, can be performed by these tools like Celonis, and can be performed by certain tools like UiPath process mining tools and all, actually, right? So that's quite possible, and you don't need to spend much time there. Just go and install, and then after 3 or 4 days or 5 days, you just take it out and see what happens. There's the amount of data, how the instead of doing the real time process mapping, that same process mapping will be brought in there, actually. That amount of customization can be brought in, right? So slowly the analyst role is dying in the market. So the people who have got real designing skills in terms of designing the service processes, they are the ones who are going to rule the market in the future, right? So that means you need to have good ability to understand what each technology can do for the industry, like what machine learning can do, what RPA can do, what AI can do, and so these things will help you to understand things better and provide a better service to the customers, actually. So that means most of these analysts maybe slowly they'll be moved towards this quality assurance, the maintenance part of it. That's where their career path will become, right? So I'm not sure whether how many of you like it, this quality analyst role, actually. So but however, that is the natural path right now, and slowly the black belt and it's not already, there is a huge disruption that has taken place in the market. Slowly the black belt and master black belts, slowly they have to learn technology. So without learning technology, they won't be able to sustain in the role of transformation. They can sustain in the role of quality analyst role, kind of quality analyst and maintenance, right? That can be a sustainable aspect, but however, with respect to transformation, sustaining becomes difficult, actually, right? Okay, so this is what I thought I wanted that I can communicate to everyone, right? So that you choose your courses wisely, first thing, and second, the most important aspect that I really wanted to put as a request to the training providers, right? Training providers is, if you really wanted to make a mark in the industry, if you want to continue in the industry, and if you want to leverage your experience, then focus on bundling your courses with something really relevant to the public, actually. So why I'm saying this, because I like, in fact, in 2016 I started my own consulting startup, but I was more focused on Lean Six Sigma consulting. But later on I realized that these things matters, like the latest technology innovations and designing, all of those things. Of course, being a DFSS certified person, it really helped me to some extent, but understanding this technology also helps you a lot more, actually, because you can give real time very good journey maps. So gone are the days where you will come out with a big value stream, you will identify projects, you will run the projects in the service industry. And when I say projects, I'm talking about Lean Six Sigma projects. In many places, uh, I mean, um, that's not happening, in fact. And I mean, when we say that we need to optimize the process, the best way to optimize the process is to design it well, actually. That's where the industry is moving towards. And industry, when they are talking about designing nowadays, started to bring in all those digital channels and all that, so that a lot of things can be done online. And what we cannot do, like what machines can't do previously, now it can be done, like reading the signatures and extracting certain text and taking some decisions. All of those things are made possible, actually, right? So if at all you are trying to learn things separately, then I mean, it's going to be difficult. Like I've seen people learning PMP and Six Sigma courses separately. I mean, they help you to some extent, but add on to that few other important things. So find out whether your Six Sigma course is equipped with helping you map the journey, right? Journey map, right? So which we call it as value stream design as part of future state map in value stream mapping, right? So learn all those things. That's really important. And the training providers, the future training providers can sustain in the market only by bundling different aspects, combining technology with process improvement methodologies. Okay. And one last thing I thought, what we shouldn't ignore in DMAC, I thought of telling you that, because being a master black belt, I thought that it's very important that you learn, do you understand where this aspects of statistics can help, actually. So when it comes to statistics in DMAC, so we usually cover this hypothesis testing and all those things, right? So that knowledge is really important for if at all you are looking to build upon that, build upon and go for machine learning and all that. So for that, this is really important, because in most of the machine learning course that are available in the market, the amount of time that is spent on hypothesis testing by even by big institutes are very low. That's what I have seen. So if you really get to know, understand about hypothesis testing, great. Excuse me, great. You'd start learning that. That's going to help you, and we really need it. And the intent of this video is to bring in the qualified people into the industry. And to bring in qualified people, I thought that kind of video like this will help. So focus on hypothesis testing more, and right. And maybe when I was a master black belt for past 10 plus years, and very limited amount of times I have used hypothesis testing. And hypothesis testing was more used for a kind of confirmatory of info, for confirming the improvements, all that, in most of my service industry journey. But when it comes to machine learning, I see the importance of hypothesis testing. So it will help you to decide whether to go for a whether to go for a kind of categorized modeling, like take up one particular aspect and start building model on that particular category, which is the most dominant data set. So for all those things, we need hypothesis testing. So from the beginning itself, you will be doing actual hypothesis testing, actually. Okay. And also try to be really smart if at all you are learning machine learning and other things. Try to be really smart, so have a smarter way of learning, because I see people spend a lot of time programming and doing all that for crunching the data with visuals, all that. You have Minitab already. You have. I'm not promoting Minitab. But you have Minitab. You have something called as some other packages, like statistical package SP. I think SPSS. I think so. So likewise, there are several statistical tools which will work with a limited amount of data. Actually, if at all you are having some 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 columns, then 3,000 rows, then Minitab and SPS is will do the magic for you actually. So clearly understand basically what tool to choose where and when actually, and don't keep programming everything, right? And the one latest innovation in the market is going to be like we are going to get kind of blocks. The machine learning will be coming in blocks. All you have to do is just drag and drop the blocks and put your limited parameters information and start coding. So that is again another innovation. So what I'm trying to say is do not ignore anything, but prioritize what to learn first. And second thing is start to learn smarter and work harder. Actually learning smarter is important, and but working harder is important. If you don't work hard, then somebody else will do that actually. So that's the difference. That's the thought, that's the experience I got from my so many years of experience in the service industry actually. So I mean, in the next video hopefully I will come out with some, again I will try to do something on machine learning aspect. But I mean, instead of coding, I thought I should give you certain tips. That's the reason I got this video actually. So thank you so much for patiently watching this video. So anything, any questions you have, please let me know. Definitely I'll be in a position to support you actually. Thanks a lot.